Hello, Lunchtime Live. Fans of Lunchtime Live, I hope you guys are tuned in today. We're someplace different. I don't see anybody yet. I would like to know if you guys can hear me. I am at the Bird and Butterfly Garden in the Tijuana River Valley. I'll give you guys a few minutes to tune in. Today we're going to be talking about the Black-Throated Magpie Jay. I'll wait until I see that somebody is here and they can hear me. Yay, thank you, Greg. All right, so this is Tram Month. Tram takes place during September and October, and it stands for the Tijuana River Action Month. And it's a series of educational and stewardship events that take place in the Tijuana River Valley. And they are, hi Ann, meant to benefit the Tijuana River Valley. So we are broadcasting from the Bird and Butterfly Garden because we're highlighting on Lunchtime Live some of the different species that live in the Tijuana River Valley. So the next few episodes are going to be about birds down here. So today we have the Black-Throated Magpie J. And then we'll be talking about the California thrasher, I think, next week, and the California gnatcatcher after that. Hi, Ruth. Okay, so let's get started. If you guys want to find out more about Tram, just go to our Tram Facebook page. And again, it's educational and stewardship events the month of September and October. And we're here in the beautiful Bird and Butterfly Garden because we're talking about some of the species that live here in the Tijuana River Valley. And today we're going to talk about the Black-Throated Magpie Jay. So here's a picture. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one. These are birds that are actually from Mexico. So you won't read about them in our most of the bird books that you see. You'll need to get one on the birds of Mexico. Now, these guys, they just crossed the border and they have established quite a few here in the River Valley. So I see them typically on telephone wires. I think they spend most of their life up really high and in the branches. I've never seen them on the ground. I see them on the telephone wires and the horse ranches on Hollister Road. I have seen a pair of them at the Tijuana estuary once. So typically they're down here. Okay, so this is the Black-Throated Magpie Jay. It's in the corvid family. So other birds in the corvid family are ravens, crows, all the jays, and all the magpies. And these are really brilliant birds. They say that that ravens have the brains of a 6-year-old, and that crows of a 4-year-old. Now, I couldn't find out about how smart these are, but they are corvids, so they are probably very smart birds. They're big birds. So the corvid family birds are the biggest of the passerines. Passerines are songbirds. So these are pretty big birds. It measures 30 inches long. Now most of that, as you can see, is their tail. Let's take a closer look. Here's a kind of a close-up. So you can see that they are blue on the top, white on the bottom, have really, really long tails, and they have a black chest. They have kind of a white crescent around their eye and a white cheek patch. And then they have their beautiful crown and a big, strong, sturdy black beak and black eyes. I'll go back to this picture. Their legs are also black. Now, they live in the semi-open areas of the Pacific Slope, so California and Northwest Mexico. As far as California goes, I think it's just right here, because they just barely cross the border. They've been pretty established here in the Tijuana River Valley for a while. They're possibly descendants of escapees from Tijuana, where the bird trade isn't very regulated. If you see them, like I said, it's around the horse ranches or up on the wires. Often you will hear them before you see them, because they sound really loud and raucous, kind of like parrots. And in fact, one time I saw or heard a bunch of them and some parrots, I think, arguing about, the tree that they were in, but it was really loud. So their diet is similar to all the other covids. Did I just say covids? Oh my! I meant corvids. Ugh! How could I do that? Well, too much thinking about that. So they eat seeds, they eat nuts, they eat insects, they eat a little of everything, including other birds' chicks, which is unfortunate. They eat standing on one foot, which is kind of parrot-like, and they hold their food up to their mouth with their other foot. So that's different than most passerines. They are monogamous birds. They breed for life. And so sometimes you'll see them in a kind of a flock, but you also see them in pairs, because most birds that mate for life, you see them a lot, just the two of them. And they make a nest that's just kind of a pretty big stick nest, it's lined with softer material. And they lay 3 to 7 eggs. And the eggs are brown and gray, kind of splotchy eggs. And, they, like crows, they live into their 20s. So, that's kind of tough if they lose their mate, or if they should ever get rescued or whatever. They're not with their friends. And 20 years is a long time to kind of be left out. So I think they have pretty good luck down here in the River Valley, though. Hi, Justin. And again, they live to be about 20, and they are remarkably intelligent. And there's not a whole lot written about them. Of all the birds that we have studied for Lunchtime Live, I could find the least about them. So, and in fact, it will even say not well researched. So this is your bird if you want to find out more about them. And please let Maria and I know so we can add it to our Lunchtime Live. I'm going to show you them one more time. There's that long tail and that tall crown. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Does anybody have any questions? Hi, Jeannie. Hello from Virginia. Cool. Well, there's kind of a lag. So I probably won't get the questions, but Maria will see them later and answer them. So we'll see you next week to talk about believe we're going to be talking about the California thrasher next week. So see you then.